All right, so in this video, we're gonna talk about slope. Now, we have a couple different ways to look for slope. We have by a graph, which is rise over run. We have from a table. All right, in this case, we're gonna use stat calc 5 or stat calc 4. I'll explain what that means in a second. And then we have points, which is actually the same thing. We're going to find it using stat calc 4. But on this one, though, when we have points, we need to set it up. So put need to set up. Okay. So we did the activity before. We were talking about rise over run. So the way this works, let's go ahead and let's do graph. Let's make a mini graph right here, just a little 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so if we start at a certain point, so let's say we go over here, let's say we have a point at -1, +2, put a dot right here. And let's say we have a point at +2, -2 down here. Let's connect it. A little bit off. So the way this works is that I start on the left side and I go to the right side. Now, the rise can go up or it can go down. Okay. If a rise goes up, it is positive. If a rise goes down, I know it's weird to say rise and then down, but in math, a rise can go up or down. Okay. So then here, my rise is going to go down, so I have a negative number. So I'm going to go down how many of these marks. Now you have to say 0 and then 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks. So I have to go down 4, so put -4 because I'm starting at this mark and I'm going all the way down here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, starting from here, I need to go this direction to the right. You're always going to go to the right and it's always going to be positive. So remember, I'm going to say 0, I'm going to say 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks. So this is going to be +3. All right. So that's your basic for graph. Now for a table, table is nice and easy because you have an X and a Y side. All right, let's say for example, we have something like 0, 2, 1, 5, all right? We're going to use the calculator to help us out. So let me go ahead, and there's calculators, guys. 1 second. All right, so the way this works, you want to go to the button here that says stat. Then you want to hit where it says edit. So just push stat, enter. And now, let me reset the calculator actually. You might want to always reset the calculator. 2nd plus 7, 1, 2. So let's do it again. Stat, edit. So my X's are the L1, put 0, enter, 1, enter. The Y's are the L2, 2, enter, 5, enter. Oops, I messed up. All right, so 2, 5, there you go. So it should look just like the way you have it set up here. Now from here, you're gonna go back where it says stat. Now right here, this is the calc part. You're gonna have to move to the side where it says calculate and then hit number 4. Linear regression, and then you want to calculate it. So move down. So the A in y equals ax plus b is 3, and then this is a +2. So my answer, y equals 3x plus 2, but we're only looking for the slope. This is the slope number. So the A is the slope number. All right, now let me do that again with the points. All right, so for the points, you're gonna have something like, let's do 5, -1. Then we're gonna have 1, 0. Now the setup is the problem. This is where everyone gets it wrong. I need to make this look like a table. The way I make it look like a table, everyone put your little X, Y. This point, write it down first, 5, -1 right next to it. Do not put 5, -1 down here. This is going to be wrong, and that's where everyone messes up. So this point always has to go first on top, and then this point follows 1, 0. So notice how I'm not going 5, -1, +1, 0. Everyone always goes down, and you should be going across. These should be grouped together, and now we can use stat again. So let me reset my calculator. Always reset it after a problem, guys. So you push stat, edit, or just push stat enter. So I have 5, 1, 5, enter, 1, enter. Move over to the side, move. And we have -1, enter, 0, enter. Stat, go to calc, number 4, and then calculate. So in this case, look, -0.25. Remember, the A is the answer. All right, just put -0.25, but I need a fraction. So watch this. Type in -0.25, and then you're going to push the button that says math right here on the side. Push math and then enter 2 times. It says fraction. So really my answer is -1/4. Gotta be careful with that, guys. So this one, or it might say -1 divided by 4. Right. All right, the way this works. All right, so you have this little finding the slope maze. Now on this side is just points. So I want to do the points because it's harder. On the other side, this is already the tables, so it's set up for you. All right. So remember, all you have to do, put your little setup. The first point, 1, 3, has to go across like that, and then a -2, 7. Right? And from there, we just use the calculator. Stat, edit, 1, -2, move over, 3, enter, 7, enter. Double check, make sure it looks good. Stat, calculate number 4, and then calculate. So look, I have -1.3 repeating, right? So from here, I have to go one of these directions. The way that I do this, guys, I'm going to put, watch, -1.3. Now, you have to fill it up if it's repeating. If you just put this and then push math, enter, enter, look, that doesn't match anything. It says 11, it says 13/10, that doesn't match. So I have to put -1 point, and you got to fill up basically the whole line all the way to the end almost, like that. Then you push math, enter, enter. So the math button's right here. And enter twice. So -4/3. So my little maze, I'm going to go down here. So now I'm going to do this one. So we're trying to find out what is the path to get to the finish. So again, let's do the setup. X, Y. First point, -4, -1 goes across. Always -2, +3 goes across. That's my setup. Let's get to stat. Now, you guys, if y'all just don't reset it, you can replace the numbers. Type in -4, enter. Make sure it replaces. Make sure you push enter. -2, enter. Move over. Go right here where the 3 is, and let's put -1, and then 3, enter. Stat calc. Bam. And then we're going to go to calculate. And in this case, my slope, remember the A is a 2. So I'm going to go this direction. So I'm going this way, and now we have to see where this is going to go. All right, try to follow along. So we don't have to do all the problems, guys. That means that we don't have to do, or just keep following. Don't scratch anything out, just keep following.